Hi everyone. Well, probably not everyone because Monday morning is my weird time, but hi everyone on the replay. Really big hello to everyone who's managing to catch me on the live. So Monday art project. Got my iPad here just so I can see any questions. If they come up. Welcome. Most Mondays I am going to try and go live and show you a cool way to use some of our products and help you out with kind of a tutorial, and just come along with me on the journey on painting something. And today we are going to paint, I've got one, some gorgeous eggs. So let's take you down. Now most of you would have seen these, I think, on my feed. I made these for Easter. Super cute. They are just painted eggs in beautiful colors, and they have what looks like a where is the camera, like a gold leaf on them. So I hope that is, yep, I think that is picking that up. And we can do all that with our products that we have here in store, all with paint products. Of course, you don't have to do eggs, you can do other things. I know it's after Easter, but yeah, you can get a head start on next Easter. So my name's Carla from Paint Me Vintage in Tauranga, and we have a beautiful range of New Zealand made paints and lots of other things that you can use to recreate your decor, your furniture, all sorts of things. So these are the eggs that I created prior to Easter, that I'll let you know the colors that and if you are actually on here, please say hello or give me a thumbs up or something like that. The colors I used on these are all these ones here. So Gretel's Forest, a deep dark green, Peacock, beautiful rich I don't know, really kind of bright green, Tropical Lagoon, Adriana, a teal, and then this bright blue called Azure Kingfisher. So if any of you want to know the colours for these eggs, that is what those are. Now I'm just going to pop those aside because I thought for this particular demo that what we would do would be create a different colorway. So that's the bluey green ones, which are beautiful, and of course you can use whatever colors you've got on hand, but today I want to do some pinky ones. So we're going to use aluminum. I don't think I've said that right, but anyway, so it's very bright. What would you call that? Cerise, Alexis, pretty pink, Matriarch, dark purple, bruised petal, that's going to be our main color, and then just a little bit of imperial linen, which is a soft grey. So those are all the colors I'm going to use. If you've got any questions, jump on. And then these are the eggs. I have done some ahead of time, and I'm going to show you each step in doing the eggs because they're really simple, but yeah, there's just lots of little steps and ways of getting them to look really cool and textured and all the rest. So these are just plastic eggs that I got. I think I got these from Spotlight. I don't actually mind the color of that one, but I wanted to make them more artsy, more bespoke, more one of a kind for our Easter display here in the shop. Now I'm going to put gloves on today because this is quite messy. Yeah, quite messy. Wondering if I need to move this up. Yeah, quite messy, and I'm going to be playing with lots of different paints. So how far can we go? Right there, about there. Cool. And I'm also going to get just a plastic container because these are round to chuck them in. So yeah, this is going to be a quick one, but it's going to be yeah, it's going to be super cool. And I don't know, but if you notice, like the metallic on these eggs is not gold leaf, but I'm going to show you how to get that sort of look. Rightio. Cool. So first thing is you pick your base colour. I'm going to do the base colour on these in Bruised Petal, which is a really kind of rich rosy pink. And I'm not going to use normal brushes. I'm going to use a stencil brush. Can't get an idea of where this camera is. A stencil brush, and that's so that I can create lots of texture on these. So I'm going to use the paint straight out of here, dip it right in, and I don't mind if it's a bit thick and a bit chunky and those sorts of things. I need it to go over here just because that's how my hands work. I'm just going to dab it on there. So I'm going to give all the eggs, I'm just going to do 2, but I've got a bunch more to finish up for you. And all over coat, see, this is why I'm wearing gloves. A stippled coat, see, I'm going up and down, and goodness gracious. Yeah, a really thick, kind of, yeah, really textured coat of the Bruised Petal. And then I'm going to chuck them in there and do the other one. So yeah, pick your base coat, something that's going to go with everything, and if it peeks out, it's going to go with your overall theme. This would be really nice with light blues and greens, and then the rich ones that I used on the other ones. Oh, you could do black and white and grey ones too. How cute would that be? And of course, this particular way of doing things, you could definitely use on a piece of furniture. So because they're round, it's hard to get it all over. So just let them dry, or give them a bit of a dry out with a hair dryer. And then if you need to do a few touch-ups, you can go back in and touch up the bits that you've missed. This definitely doesn't have to be perfect. You want them to be rugged. You want them to be rugged, and you want them to be, yeah, very textured. Cool. So by the power of videos, this is one that I painted earlier and has all dried. So that's the Bruised Petal there. This, I told you this was easy. This is so easy. Now I'm going to just choose, open up all my other colours, and paint the second coat on. So this is my deepest, darkest, richest colour. I'm going to do that last, whereas these colours are going to make up the majority of the colours that you see. And of course we've got that gorgeous rose on there already. So if you're really particular about your paints, by all means use a different brush, but I'm going to use the same brush. So this Alexis, just going to get a little bit on my brush, just kind of dab it on. So I'm still doing this kind of dabbing motion. I don't want to paint it all over, just a bit here and there. So I've still got bits of it showing. Did I use pink or did I use grey, or did I use a bit of both? Anyway, oh yep, there's the Imperial Linen there. And you can do like swipey bits as well. I just like this kind of dabbing motion because when it dries, if you're using our premium chalk paint, that's made to hold its brush strokes. So it means it's going to hold some of that texture and look really, really cool. And by just picking up a little wee bit on my brush, I'm not mixing the colours together. I'm more just kind of dabbing them on here and there. Then this one is quite bright, that one whose name that I can't pronounce properly. If anyone knows how to pronounce that, please let me know. And then I'm just going to put bits of it here and there, and if I feel like I've got a bit too much, I'm just going to kind of brush it out and soften it a little bit. So you're getting this really haphazard, which will all come together in the end. pattern on them. And you want to keep turning it over in your hands so that you kind of get it all over. These are kind of looking like that now. And then these will kind of all soften a little bit when they dry. And then, I'll see, I feel like I've got a bit of a line there, so I can just soften that out with the brush. So I'm still just using a stencil brush. And then my deepest, darkest color, which is my Matriarch, I just want a touch of that. I just feel like the dark color kind of grounds it a little bit. So I've just picked up a tiny bit on my brush. And I'm just kind of spotting that here and there. So you can still see peaks of the original colour, which was the bruised petal, peeking through. But now I've got all these other colours, which are kind of in complementary tones, coming through as well. So that's what it looks like. And I'm very messy here, so I need to wait for that to dry. Right, just put my lids on there. So rather than you watch me dry them up, I have got 4 here that I previously painted in exactly those colours. This is what they look like when they've dried. Each one is different. See, this one's got a bit more Matriarch on it. There's peaks of the bruised petal. All those colours look really cute together. So we're going to do this whole pinky purple theme. Right. So we don't need our stencil brush anymore, so you need to put that in water, which I've failed to bring with me, but that's okay. Now I'm going to make up a metallic. Now remember on this one, we did, this has got Artemis Bronze, which is a new product to us, Metallic Alchemy, which is a beautiful range of very concentrated, I think there's 9 or 10 metallic colours that you can use and make up as concentrated or as glazy as you want. So we're not going to do the same colour. I thought we would try copper. Look at this. Rich copper I thought would be really nice with those. We'll just make, these are quite pink and warm, and I thought the copper would be really cool. That is what the Artemis Bronze looks like on a full length, just as a sample. So again, that would look cool with our pink eggs. Also even considered pewter with a bit of silver, that would look cool. But then when I looked at my copper sample, I thought, ooh, that could look really cool on those. So I'm going to show you how to mix that up. Right, so I've got a little glass dish, and we are a paint and interior shop here in Tauranga, and we have a website, paintmevintage.co.nz. All these products are available on our website. So to make up a nice concentrated copper colour, all I need to take is my illuminator, which is the liquid portion, and then my copper concentrate, which is powder, and I'll show you that process. So take, oh no, the lid's stuck on that. Lid off our illuminator. Give that a good stir. And you want to try, I was just going to say, you want to try and keep this rim nice and clean as I spill it everywhere. Not ideal. Just going to get something, because it glues things together really well. It's very sticky and goes to a very hard. It can glue, especially glue your lids on. So what we use to decant it, we just have these little pipettes which can just get up a few mils, and then we'll put some in our little glass mixing dish. We do not need very much at all. In fact, I think that would be plenty because we're only going to use it as an accent on our eggs. What it's going to do is bring those painted eggs alive and give them some spark. Right, and then the copper concentrate, you need to give that a shake. You need all the ingredients mixed around really well and need it to be light and fluffy. Take the lid carefully off that. Look at that. Amazing. And then I want quite a rich, mixture of copper. I'm just going to spoon some out, pop that in there. Get my little stick here. Hopefully you can see that. And basically it'll turn that illuminator into liquid copper. We do want it really rich. I just see there's a little tiny bit left in there because that is, we do want it quite rich because we want it to be quite impactful on the eggs. So stir, 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 stir. Now we're not going to apply this with a brush. If I was applying it with a brush, I'd give this a good stir with my brush as well, because brushes work really well to pick up all of the little concentrate particles and mix it together with the illuminator. But yeah, I feel like I've got a really nice, rich, coppery mixture there now. So I often will use different things to apply paints, not just normal brushes. If I was going to make this brush all over metallic, I would use this brush here. But often I'll use different things. Today I'm just going to use a popsicle stick. And and I'm going to just spread a little bit out on here so I can get it nice and flat. What that's going to do is, I'm just going to wipe it on my egg, like so. It's going to give us that nice kind of flat, just need a little bit more, broken look of gold leaf, because gold leaf, if you're familiar with gold leaf, comes in sheets, like flat sheets, like paper, and so it has edges. And by putting it on with the spatula rather than a brush, it's giving me that look of like a broken piece of, in this case, copper leaf. And again, I'm just putting it on randomly, hence the gloves. And if I've got any big bits, I can wipe them out a little bit. It just breaks up all those colours. See how cute that looks. So let's do another one. Let's do this littler one. So just build some up on my popsicle stick. And I kind of plonk it on and then use my stick as a brush to kind of spread it out. And what that does, I don't know if you can see that bit there, is doesn't make it, yeah, it's completely, what's non-uniform? Completely messy, but looks, yeah, worn and old. And of course the shape of the egg does that too. But you could do this on a flat piece. You could absolutely do that on a flat piece. My gloves are going to look beautiful at the end of this. Maybe I will take this glove off just so I can show you this better. How cool does that look? And that's it really. You can create these from any colours whatsoever that you would like to. Colours that would suit your decor or whatever you're going to put it on. And also you could, if you wanted them to be a bit shiny, like I've just left them like that because these just sit in little nests around the shop at Easter time, little nests that we made. But if you wanted to protect them, then I would suggest either spraying them or brushing them with gloss lacquer. And I say gloss because then that will give them a shine and retain that gorgeous, gorgeous copper look. And I'll show you, rather than wasting this, actually got a wee brush here. Let's stir that up. Just got a painted heart here that we painted in chalk paint, which has all this raised detail on it. And let's use up the rest of it on this. So you saw how little we made up of that metallic alchemy, and so you have complete control over how much you make. The product is not made to be made up and then sit on the shelf. Make up exactly what you need for the project that you're doing. That is the idea of it. But yeah, I just made up such a tiny amount, it wasn't funny. And if I have a bigger project, obviously I'll make up a bigger amount. Now I'm just dusting my brush with this copper. It's called Copper Rose, this colour. All over the detail of this. It's super hard wearing. And you can do tons of different looks with it. Finish this off. And what we're going to do with all these kind of project and tutorial videos is we do have a YouTube page. We're going to pop them all up on there. Cool. So now all that detail of that was on that heart that you couldn't see before, you could see. So, and I've still got some left, so a little goes a long way. It's not made to keep, so you'd need to wash that out with water and maybe even give it a little bit of a soak. But yeah, super easy product to use, create all the beautiful looks that you want to. Would be lovely on handles and that sort of thing as well. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Tell your friends about us, share this if this is something that you think your other crafty or painty friends might enjoy. And yeah, I probably will do one next Monday because it's Anzac week next Monday. So yeah, until then, see you then. Bye everyone.